Côte d'Ivoire will host the biggest tournament of football in Africa in the month of January and February 2024. A total of 6 FIFA International Standard stadiums in 5 different cities are ready to vibrate to the realm of African Cup of Nations Total Energies Côte d'Ivoire 2023. The economic capital, Abidjan alone, hosts 2 stadiums, and the stadium to host the AFCON 2023 includes Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan with 60,000 seats, Stade des Parcs in Baoké with 40,000 seats, Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan with 50,000 seats, Charles Konan Bani Stadium in Yamoussoukro with 20,000 seats, Laurent Poco Stadium in San Pedro with 20,000 seats, and Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium in Kogo with 20,000 seats. It is 62 years since Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire as it liked to be called, gained independence from the French, led by Félix Houphouët-Boigny, affectionately known as the Old One. Ivory Coast is among the Go Volunteer Africa's most popular volunteer destinations in Africa, and interestingly, they are the host of the upcoming edition of the African Cup of Nations. And I have rounded up some interesting tidbits about the nation on Africa's western flank. Popular with holiday makers for its golden beaches, fading French colonial heritage, and traditional Sinofu cultural experiences, Ivory Coast has seen its annual visitor numbers rise steadily in recent years, from 250,000 people in 2010 to 1.5 million in 2015. It was not deemed a welcoming state in the 80s, when again between 2002 and 2011, when the country suffered 2 civil wars, but a period of stability helped broaden its appeal around the world. Mount Nimba rises above the surrounding savanna where Ivory Coast meets Guinea and Liberia. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the mountain is covered by dense forest, harboring a rich variety of flora and fauna, including chimpanzees. Ivory Coast boasts 3 more UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the shape of historic town of Grand Bassam, once a colonial trading post, Comio National Park, one of the largest protected areas in West Africa, and Tai National Park, home to 11 species of monkeys. In 2013, it shifted 1.448 million metric tons of cocoa beans, that's 31.6% of the world's total, nearly double its nearest rival, Ghana. Yamoussoukro is the nation's political capital, while Abidjan is its economic capital and the largest city. In 1842, the French colonized the Ivory Coast, first as a protectorate, then as a former colony in 1893, before making it part of the French Federation of West Africa in 1904. The French left their mark on the country, as France is the official language of Côte d'Ivoire. In fact, it's the 3rd most populous French-speaking country in the world, where French is the only official language. DR Congo is the most populated French-speaking country in the world, followed by France, with a population of 5,515,790 people. Abidjan is the city with the 3rd biggest French-speaking population anywhere in the world. It's also the 5th most populous city in Africa. This is St. Paul's Cathedral in Abidjan, built at a cost of $12 million. Like many African countries, there are many delicacies in Ivorian cuisine. Some of the staple foods in Côte d'Ivoire include yam, especially pounded, plantain, cassava, different sauces, and stew, mainly vegetables. The national dish, fufu, is popular all around the African continent. Fufu is a cassava-based meal. It is proceeded and cooked into a sticky dough enjoyed more with hand than with utensils. The fufu is enjoyed with a vegetable sauce, accompanied by meat, often chicken or fish. The climate in the country is located between a transitional humid equatorial climate and a dry tropical climate. Typically, Côte d'Ivoire is always warm throughout the year round. Although the country experiences rainfall every year, it is still warm. The temperature is cooler between December and March, making it the best time to visit the country. Didier Drogba is of course best remembered for his domineering time at Chelsea. The striker was born in Abidjan and represented his country 104 times, also scoring 65 goals. He captained the national team for 8 years from 2006 and retired as the nation's all-time goal scorer. Les Elephants won the 1992 African Cup of Nations and again in 2015, both by beating Ghana on penalties. Yaya Toure, Houphouët-Boigny and Solomon Kalou have all represented the team, and this team will be participating at the African Cup of Nations, which will be hosted by their country in the next few weeks.